Hello everyone and welcome to Drier Days Art Studio. This might sound like Catherine, but it's not. This is her younger sister Carrie, and I'm doing her voiceover today for this beautiful piece that she worked on. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see here, she's laid down some epoxy sculpt into some abstract lines, and then she painted over them all white. Looked like she was picking out a podcast to listen to, and then she's going to paint some of those lines with different colors that are going to be her base colors that she's going to lay other things on top of. And now for everyone's favorite part, the glitter. So she's laying down in the center there snow white glitter and some glue, and then whoa, little spill there. It looks like a smoky fine glitter. She's just laying those over the corresponding colors that she had put on those epoxy sculpt lines. So now she's using her hot glue gun and fine silver glitter and the best tool, her finger, to just lay down this silver glitter and just clean it up around the edges. And then, okay, so now she's putting in mirrored glass, actual real mirrored glass, just with her bare hands. Now we got to make sure that that mirrored glass stays in place, so she's using Just For You Online UK's epoxy resin to just kind of like seal it in. So while I was just joking about her savagely using her bare hands to lay down the mirrored glass, you do always want to remember to wear gloves whenever you're working with resin, especially if you're like my sister and you use your hands to smooth things out. So now she's just going to cover all the lines with the glitter just to seal it in so nothing's loose. It's really just a lot of using your hands, just really getting in there, down and dirty. So now that we have glitter and mirrored glass, we need some pigments. So she is adding some silver pigment and some black pigment, just kind of like in a loose line next to those epoxy lines she had already laid down. Next, she's adding in some Supreme White pigment paste mixed with the Premium Cells, which are both from Just For You Online UK. That's actually this part that she's doing right here, the Premium White. Not the last time when I told you. It's this one. And now she is going to add more resin in between those sections to mix with the pigments, and then that makes kind of that more fluid look. It's going to make that white look more like waves, like water, like ocean waves. So now that that's done, we're just gonna like go back in and add some more color to different areas, some like just white along those edges, and then some more of the oh no, wait, I think this is actually, yeah, this is the silver pigment, the silver metallic pigment that comes in a set with gold. Just really pretty to give it kind of a different dimension. So here is just more resin covering that middle section that had the snow white glitter, just glued down so that everything again will be sealed, finishing that white edge. And again, just using your hands to just get in there. Don't be scared as long as you have gloves on, you know, just get in there. Doing some touch-ups here, laying some more black pigment down, you know, just seeing what else you want to add to it, and then adding the gold pigment that came in the set that I was talking about earlier with the metallic silver. This is the gold. Then you got to hit it with the blowtorch, get all the bubbles out, and then we're going back in with resin, just more resin all the time. Resin. When in doubt, resin. I don't know if that's true. Don't take my word for it. I'm not the professional. I'm just the voiceover for today. So now she's just filling in those corners, those two corners, making sure they have their own little section of resin too. Checking the edge that's been taped. So this is kind of like going in for kind of like final resin pigment glitter touches. Just adding a little bit, going back with the torch, getting all the bubbles out, just kind of like final steps. Okay, when I said final touches, I meant she was just gonna keep going back with different pigments and laying different things down. See, there she goes again. More white in the middle. So it's just a lot of layering back and forth, and then you always want to come back and hit it with the torch. And then she's just coming in again with the last little bit of that metallic pigment, because she's just not wasteful. She just likes to use it all. Okay, so this next part is pretty cool. She's using crystal quartz that she actually crushed up herself in the garage with her, well, you know, not with her own two hands, but with a hammer. So she did make this herself, and it's just adding like another dimension to these lines, you know, helping the geode look a little more real, you know, like it's from nature. So now that she's laid that crystal quartz down in the middle, along those middle lines, she's gonna take some and put it in those two white corners to kind of fill that space a little bit. And again, just to give it a little bit more dimension. So now that she's got those in the two middle lines and on the two corners, she's just going back in and, oh, I think that piece was stuck to her gloves because of the resin. She's just going back in and kind of filling in where, you know, she thinks it needs like a little bit more, if it needs some smaller pieces, and then just checking that edge. So there you have it, guys. There's the finished product. Just absolutely gorgeous. Look at all the pigments and the mirrored glass, the glitter, the pigment paste, the premium cells, the epoxy resin. So everything today was from Just For You Online UK, which you can get through my sister's store at dryerdaysartstudio.com. We'd love to see you over there. I've been helping her fill some orders, so if you get an order, it may have been filled by me. So thanks so much for watching. Thank you for all your support, And we hope to see you guys back in the next video. And keep on pouring.